Welcome back to the club, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Clean Slate Video Club, and we've been doing a movie every single day for the month of October, spooky month. I don't even know what night we're on.
17.
Math. We're on the 17th. So we've done 17 horror films or horror adjacent films. We're kind of in like a supernatural-esque.
No,
theme.
this one's monsters.
It's both, I would say. Oh, my
This
forehead
movie
looks
is
huge.
Yeah, I got a 5 head.
Got a 5 head. I got to put a hat on after this episode.
I actually have a 5 head too.
We are looking crazy. If we get less views, I know why. Yeah, so we have a really interesting twist on the zombie genre for tonight's episode, and it's a movie called MadS. This is a French film. I did fact check that, so the person who got mad at me for saying that about a Canadian film, I apologize.
You know, guys, we are doing a movie every single day this month, but you know who does a movie every single day of the year? It's Wetzel's Watch List. Watch Wetzel's. So if you want, go subscribe to his TikTok and Instagram. This is a first shout out that you.
That's nice, thank you. Yeah, I was thinking there's an episode where that would make sense to talk about it, but that's cool. Thank you.
Yeah,
Sweet.
Okay. But also,
this movie's
make sure you
great.
stay here, okay? Because
stay here first. Comment, subscribe.
Anyway, okay, let's get into it. By the way, probably favorite zombie movie ever made.
This is an amazing movie. Yeah.
Okay, a teenager stops off to see his dealer to test a new drug before heading off for a night of partying. On the way home, he picks up an injured woman, and the night takes a surreal turn. Honestly, this is something that I believe that could come from your brain. Like, you should be
my
like,
brain.
Let's make a zombie.
Hear me
movie.
out.
Okay, but let's also make him high on drugs the entire movie, so it's that much worse for him. And I'm like, okay,
bro, this
Carson,
movie made me anxious. It really did.
100%.
I don't want to give too much away plot wise. So I think if you like zombie films and you like creative horror films, and you can get over reading for like an hour and a half, this movie's amazing. Like, genuinely.
There's also not that much reading in it. Like, there is, but there isn't.
It gets a point where you don't need to anymore.
Well, I'm not saying that. I'm saying there's a lot of action-heavy stuff.
Yeah. And, okay, let's get into our likes, because there's a lot to like about this movie, and I think Daniel and I are going to have some similar things. First things first, though. A fan favorite here on the podcast is we love... As the fans are Daniel and I, we love when movies and shows do the one take gimmick.
Yes.
I think it's a good gimmick sometimes. In this case, I think it works really well. It makes the film feel more gritty and realistic, and I think it's cool to see how they transition to the different characters in this one, which is similar to what's that TV show we watch, Adolescence, where it had when you're like, how are they going to get to this other character, and they can figure it out, which is cool.
Yeah.
But also, yeah, just the mystery of this film. Like, is it the drug that's causing this thing to happen? Is it this woman mixed, like, on her own that caused it? Or is it both somehow? I think it's probably both, personally. But, yeah, there's some great tension there. There's moments where the characters are thinking that they're tripping out, but in reality, it's happening. Whatever they're thinking of is happening, and it's messed up. It's pretty gross. There's some gross scenes in this. Not... like nothing that's going to make you want to turn it off. I don't think. Well, maybe. Depending on your abilities. There's some pretty like great, disgusting, intense moments. I think the acting in it's great. Like, I knew so the last movie we watched, Dark and Wicked, I knew nothing about those characters. This movie, they have some actually decent character development and like decent and some world building. Like, I get to kind of understand like what's going on. Like, this guy's involved in the party scene. He's not necessarily dating either of these girls, but he's messing around with them, but they're friends. So there's like a lot of interesting dynamics like socially going on. Seeing the transformation into these zombies is pretty intense as well, and it has a really satisfying ending too. And great performances, especially from the first girlfriend. She kills it in this movie. She's a freak. I don't know how else to say it. She was creepy. And I imagine casting this and seeing how that worked out was probably hilarious, because they're like, who can be the weirdest zombie? And they're not zombies in the sense, I kind of get tired of like the Walking Dead style of zombie. I like when they have a little bit of a brain still, and so this version they kind of like are going in and out of consciousness almost, and I think that's interesting and almost more terrifying in some ways. Like if you're aware that you're doing all this horrible stuff, that's kind of creepier. Yeah. But anyways, sorry.
Yeah.
Went for a rant.
No, you're good. I mean, I was going to say, to me, it seems like, yes, it was part of the drug, but at the same time, it was almost like the beginning stages of, like, we were quite literally watching the outbreak happen of a zombie apocalypse. And that was what was really interesting to me, especially when you bring up that one point of they're kind of still conscious, but they're not at the same time, is because you're starting to see them like almost fight this disease or, contagious, like virus. And then they're slowly becoming like, they're like, okay, I know something bad's happening to me. Get away, run away from me as far as possible, all that type of stuff. To me, yes, that the one shot was really amazing because it leads us in. There's like no real one main character in this.
No.
Like the movie sets it up with the guy, but at the same time we kind of learn the friend group very vaguely. But then now all of a sudden we're with the friend group when they're starting to be affected by all of this. And it was just a really smart horror movie and zombie movie for me. And I agree with you 100% about the Walking Dead style zombies where it's just like, outrageously like mindless. At the same time, what I liked about the drug aspect of this is that they don't know what's going on, but at the same time they're like having these weird like hallucinations, but also they're like trying to run from this. They're noticing other zombies that are affected in this. Yeah, it's just like, it's crazy. And yeah, that one girl who got shot like
It was wild.
10 or 15 times and she's still alive.
And then when she realized, she like, you could see her snap back to being like human, I guess, and it's like horrifying for her.
Yeah. So this movie is very, very quick to me. Like maybe the first 10-15 minutes
pace is nice.
Run a little bit slower, but the last like hour 15, I didn't even realize how like deep I was getting into the movie, and I think that's a really good pro of like I was just so invested into this movie and what's going to happen next. And also halfway through this, like the movie, I forgot that it was all of a one-shot movie. So I'm just watching it, and then I'm like, wait a second, all of this has been one shot.
Yeah.
This is
crazy.
You
turned off your movie brain, which is a good thing sometimes, like where you aren't over-analyzing a movie, you're just enjoying it. So I think this movie does that. It's good. I definitely recommend it.
Yeah, I would say this was like a really good, like kind of moving into my dislike. This was moving, like it was well used, but at the same time, I thought it was a little bit overdone. Was just how much blood there is in this movie. I don't know why that like it kind of just felt like a crutch to me. I don't know why. I just sat down and I was like, dude, they're using this like it was almost like they had no other like artistic like avenue to go down besides than just a lot of blood.
Just blood. Yeah. I mean, that's why we make horror films sometimes. Well, that looks cool. Like when she gets the blood all smeared all over her face, it looks cool. I can't argue with it. You can't do that.
Yeah. Anyway, all that being said, doesn't take off anything for me. 4.5 out of 5 for me, this movie. So good.
4.5. I'm probably in the same camp. I think it's a fantastic movie. Again, brilliant acting in this. Camera work's great. I think it's such a fresh way to do this kind of story too. It reminds me of New Life, the other zombie film we watched earlier in the year that we really enjoyed.
With the girl?
Yeah, and it's kind of very grounded. This feels similar in a lot of ways. More energetic though. So yeah, good movie.
Big time.
I would love to see other films from this director and his approach.
Did you have any dislikes?
I really don't. I don't.
Okay. That's good. No,
maybe more movie. A sequel.
Yeah, maybe.
No, it doesn't need a sequel. But also, the mask thing out of pocket. When he's wearing the mask with all the freaking eyeballs on it, I was like, what am I looking at? What is this?
Yeah, that was really random. I was going to say the beginning sequence of this movie does kind of feel like a fever dream, especially when they're like going to the party. Yeah. It was really funny because when I kept looking at the trailer of this movie, I was like, when was this movie made? Was this movie like made in like the freaking 70s or 80s?
It's Europe,
because of like the way that it was lit. But when I was watching it, I was like, this is so cool. It's like almost like kind of the perfect teen movie, but like good movie. for
I think
horror.
on the note too of like we were talking about the lore of the movie and like kind of the story, the whole setup of what may have happened to this girl that he picks up is really interesting because it kind of isn't the typical zombie thing either. Like she's missing her tongue. She was experimented on. She has a tracker inside of her.
Yeah.
But she's still like we were saying, she still can communicate in some ways. Like she's trying to spell something in blood. And I don't know French, so I don't know what she was trying to spell, but I think that's so weird. Like I love that this movie doesn't answer those questions.
Yeah.
Because the mystery's better sometimes. So cool,
yeah, because it almost makes you think that they did it on purpose to see what would happen. And now it's kind of getting out of control.
And like, why did they do this to this poor girl? Like, what's going on here?
Yeah, such a good movie. If it wasn't French, I'd watch it again. But because it's French, I think I'm good.
Yeah,
just kidding.
Screw the French.
You're welcome. No, I'm just playing.
Oh.
Okay, guys. Well, that is going to do it. You can watch that on Shudder or AMC Plus, or you can rent it as always. But guys, thank you so much, or buy it. Yeah, it's a good movie. Thank you so much for stopping by and subscribing. If you haven't already, please do that. Turn on the notification bell and comment. Give us some engagement here. Like, did you like this movie? Are you opposed to French films?
Just say hi, too.
Just say hi. Who's your favorite host? Is it me or is it Carson? That's a question to answer.
Whose family watches this more? Let's find out.
Okay, guys. Well, you know where to find us on every single place that there's a podcast. Also on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. Go follow us. Thank you, guys. We will see you tomorrow for another episode. Be kind, rewind, and we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.
Peace.